about that giant planet possibly hiding in the outer solar system, what we call Nemesis, Nibiru, Planet 9, Planet X. According to Nancy Atkinson of Universe Today, an old story got new legs as word went viral of a possible new ninth planet in the solar system, a gas giant bigger than Jupiter, which could be hiding somewhere in the Oort cloud, waiting to be found. An article in The Independent suggested a new planet called Tyche had already been found among data from the WISE telescope mission. This prompted the WISE team to post a rebuttal on their Facebook page. Not true. A pair of scientists published a paper stating that if such a big planet exists in the far reaches of the solar system, then WISE should have seen it. That is true, but analysis over the next couple of years will be needed to determine if WISE has actually detected such a world or not. To make sense of it all, the author here sought out a scientist who has looked at the outer solar system as much as anyone, if not more, and that's Mike Brown of Eris Humea and Make Fame, to get his take on Tyche. Yes, said Brown, this is all getting pretty funny these days. The story starts at least a decade ago. It started for years when John Matisse of the University of Louisiana, Lafayette, and colleague Daniel Whitmire tried to figure out why many of the comets that originate from way out in the distant most part of our solar system, the Oort cloud, have strange orbits and don't jive with theories of how comets should behave. The two scientists first suggested that the gravitational influence from a dark companion to our sun, a dim brown dwarf or red dwarf star, was sending comets careening towards the inner solar system. They called it Nemesis, and if you see the video before this one, the Max Planck scientists say there is no Nemesis, but why? We still haven't figured out why, since in the past 250 million years, the Earth has been impacted more by celestial bodies than in the past. So they still don't know why that is happening. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. So for years, John Matisse of Louisiana University and Daniel Whitmire were trying to figure out why many of the comets that originate way out there in the distant most part of the solar system, the Oort cloud, are having strange objects and don't jive with theories of how comets should behave. The two scientists first suggested that the gravitational influence from a dark companion to our sun, brown dwarf star, or red dwarf star, was sending comets careening into the inner solar system where we are, and they called it Nemesis. Another thing that went viral, but the Nemesis idea has widely been refuted. Now, last year, Matisse and Whitmire suggested that possibly a large planet 4 times the mass of Jupiter in the Oort cloud could explain why long-period comets appear to be clustered in a band inclined to the ecliptic instead of coming from random directions. So why are these comets clustered together instead of being sparsely located? Then came the revival of the theory with several articles about it. Could these possibly be a giant planet 500 times as distant as Neptune? And Brown said, absolutely, that's possible. Many people have speculated about such possibilities for a long time. It's an intriguing idea because, well, it would be fun to say the least, he said. But beyond fun and excitement, is there actually any evidence for it? Well, Brown said, the quality of the data that Matisse and Whitmire have to work with is pretty crummy, no fault of their own. It's just the historical record of where comets have come from. Brown said, I don't believe that anyone understands the ins and outs of the data set well enough to really draw a robust conclusion. But Matisse and Whitmire did the best they could and think the data point to something out there. Does Brown think there is really something out there? He said, well, if I had to bet one way or another, I'd bet no. The data did not convince me that there is no other hint anywhere that such a thing is real, so I'm pretty skeptical. That being said, though, Brown believes the WISE telescope really does have a good chance of detecting this type of object way out there, if it exists, even if the predictions have nothing to do with the real object. Brown said this is something that people will absolutely be looking for when the data are released, and indeed the WISE team is undoubtedly already looking for, not because of the prediction, but simply because it's the right way to search this unknown region of the solar system. So don't worry about the International Astronomical Union having to confirm or name a new planet in our solar system, at least for now. This is by Universe Today on phys.org. Nancy Atkinson, please leave your comments and thank you for your support.